Hey everyone, welcome back to Programming with Mike. Today we're diving into an important control structure in C, the switch case statement. This powerful tool helps simplify multiple if-else conditions, making your code cleaner and more readable. By the end of this video, you'll understand how switch case works, when to use it, and common mistakes to avoid. Let's get started. A switch case statement is used when you have multiple conditions to check against a single variable. Instead of writing long if-else chains, you can use a switch case for better readability and performance. The switch evaluates an expression and checks for a matching case. If a match is found, the corresponding code runs. The break statement stops execution after a match is found. If no case matches, the default case runs. In this program, the user enters a number between 1 and 7 that will be stored in day, and the switch case will evaluate the value stored in day. If day has one of these cases, 1 through 7, it will enter the corresponding block and print the corresponding day. If the user doesn't input a number 1 through 7, the default case will run. It's good practice to always have a default case to handle unexpected inputs. So let's see this in action. If we compile our program with GCC, the name of our code and the name of the executable, we can call it out, and run it as so, we see that the code asks for a number. If we input like a 2, it will enter the case 2 and print Tuesday, which is correct. If we input a number out of these bounds, 1 to 7, like an 8, the code won't find any valid case and will enter the default case, printing this. The break statement is crucial in switch case because it prevents fall true. If we forget the break, the program will continue executing the next cases even if they don't match. We can see this if we take out these two breaks, for example, and then compile the program again and give it the number 6, for example, we will see that it will enter the case 6, but because it didn't have the break, it continued until case 7 and default, printing Saturday in case 6, which would be correct, but since we don't have the break, it continued to case 7 and printed Sunday, and entered the default one, printing invalid input. So don't forget the break. Now, you might be wondering, when should I use switch case instead of if else? We use switch case when you are checking a single variable against multiple fixed values, like this. And those values must be integers or chars. It can be floating point numbers or complex conditions. You also might want to use switch case if you want cleaner and more readable code. You might want to use if-else when you need to check ranges of numbers. For example, if you want to do a check like this, something like this. If you want to do this, you can't do this with switch cases. So if you want to do this, you have to use ifs. You also want to use if-elses if you are comparing floating point numbers or you need to use logical operators. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next C programming lesson. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching.